The conviction filter. Why truth feels like an attack. In Mr. Stick's framework. Now we're getting somewhere uncomfortable. Good. Because this is the point where most people stop growing. Not because they lack opportunity, not because they lack intelligence, but because they cannot handle one thing. Conviction. The moment it hits. You felt it before. A sentence lands. A realization forms. And for a split second, everything goes quiet. You think, that might actually be me. And right there, you're standing at a fork in the road. Not financially, not professionally, personally. The two immediate reactions. In that moment, your mind makes a decision. Not consciously, instinctively. Option 1, accept it. This applies to me. I need to change something. Option 2, reject it. This is wrong. This doesn't apply to me. Now here's the part most people won't admit. The more accurate the truth is, the stronger the urge to reject it. Because truth doesn't just inform you. It exposes you. Why conviction feels like an attack. Let's be precise. Conviction is not pain. Conviction is pressure on your identity. It reveals the gap between who you think you are and what your actions actually show. And that gap, that's uncomfortable. So instead of saying, I need to adjust, people say, I feel attacked. No, you feel seen. And most people are not used to that. The escape pattern. Now we enter the predictable behavior. Once someone feels exposed, they go searching, not for truth, for relief. They open YouTube, scroll, search, and eventually find someone who agrees with them, someone who softens the message, someone who validates their current position. And the moment they find it, relief. Not because it's correct, but because it's comfortable. The comfort echo chamber. This is where growth dies quietly. People build a loop of familiar opinions, agreeable content, reinforced beliefs, and over time, something dangerous happens. They stop asking, is this true? And start asking, does this make me feel better? And once that shift happens, they are no longer learning. They are protecting. When knowledge becomes a weapon. Now let's take it a step further. People don't just consume comforting information. They begin to use it. You'll hear phrases like, well, actually, not everyone believes that. I saw something that said, and it sounds intelligent. It sounds informed. But underneath, it is something very simple. Avoidance. Because instead of asking, where do I need to improve? They're asking, how can I defend where I am? The name-dropping phenomenon. Now let's address something even more subtle. When someone lacks direction, structure, personal results, they often compensate with association. They'll say, my family has money. I know people doing well. I come from, and it sounds impressive, until you ask one question. What do you have? Not your environment, not your network, not your proximity. You. Because proximity to success is not success. And borrowed identity has no value in reality. The illusion of association. Let's be very clear. You cannot spend someone else's money, build on someone else's discipline, grow from someone else's experience. Yet people use these associations as emotional comfort, social leverage, identity reinforcement, all while building nothing for themselves. That's not strategy. That's avoidance with decoration. The turning point, truth over comfort. There's a moment, if you allow it, where your thinking changes. You stop asking, do I like this? And start asking, is this accurate? That shift is everything. Because accuracy doesn't always feel good, but it always positions you correctly. And correct positioning is what leads to better decisions, better outcomes, real growth. Using conviction the right way. Conviction is not something to escape. It's something to process. The correct response is simple. Pause, reflect, adjust, act. Not react, defend, avoid, repeat. If something hits you, sit with it. Don't rush to neutralize it, because the discomfort you're trying to escape might be the exact signal you need. The discipline of self-honesty. This is the rare trait. Not intelligence, not talent, not even opportunity. Self-honesty. The ability to say, this applies to me. I've been avoiding this. I need to change this. Without needing approval, without needing an audience. Just clarity. The real divide. At the highest level, there are only two types of people. those who use truth to evolve, and those who use information to defend themselves. One group grows, the other stays exactly where they are, not because they can't move forward, but because they refuse to face forward. Final words from Mr. Sticks. Let's close this precisely. Conviction is not your enemy. It's your mirror. And most people don't avoid truth because it's unclear. They avoid it because it's clear. So here's your directive. Stop running toward comfort. Start moving toward accuracy. Because the moment you stop defending who you've been is the moment you gain control over who you become. If this made you uncomfortable, good. That means something real just happened. Stay with it. Don't rush to escape it. More clarity like this is coming, if you're willing to hear it. Shalom.